All right. So you guys start out seeking riches and becoming famous. You were inspired, so you guys all have inspiration. Um, you're inspired to become venturers, become more than commoners, and you came to Greenest because it's the quickest way to Neverwinter. The city of Greenest is pretty small. You spend the night somewhere in this area before you wake up and meet with a local caravan to escort it to Neverwinter for free travel or faster travel. So, with that, Grymm, where are you at located in this city of Greenness right now as morning breaks?
Well, that would depend. Where is food?
You have your tavern. That's about it. It's like a tavern slash inn.
That's where I would
Um,
be then.
Let me share this map with
And
you guys.
if the morning is already breaking, then I will already be up.
We'll say you're right there in the tavern and inn. You're getting breakfast in the morning, correct?
Yep.
Richter, where are you located at in Greenest?
I am watching the sun come up outside in prayer to my deity, the Morning Lord.
The Morning Lord. Okay.
We are
Okay.
apparently giants.
Is it scaling down for you guys? Yeah, it's just a representation where you're at. It don't have to be accurate. So with that, you're gonna meet the caravan at Greenest Keep up here. You're supposed to be there just before noon. Roland, what are you doing in the city as dawn breaks?
I am.
And you can move your tokens if you need.
I am also.
Do you want to? Does anybody want to know anything about the city? Besides the tavern inn, there is a small temple.
Here, spirits of this forest. Also
Temple
watching the
to
sun.
anyone in particular?
Yes, and I'm looking that up right now. What was that? Roland?
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting next to this river, and holding this silvered wolf trinket that I have. That's also a whistle.
Okay. Mathis.
I'll be at the inn, waking up and heading down for breakfast.
Okay. As you enter the place where everybody's sitting, and they have a lot of tables, you see a burly looking man. You could describe yourself, Grymm.
I actually just finished picking that out.
Okay, so you sit down and you get your breakfast, which is a couple of quail eggs and a strip of bacon.
Are there any other people in the inn besides us two?
Just a maiden. She's going around cleaning tables while she's not serving food to anybody that comes in. But other than you two, that's it. You can kind of see back through a back door. There's a cook back there in the kitchen.
Okay. And what time are we supposed to meet at the keep?
Just before noon.
Okay.
I'd say it's about 8 o'clock ish.
Oh, okay, I see Grymm wrote his description.
Yeah, there it is. It finally came through.
You having some lag or something?
Errors are starting to come from the updates.
I think I'm opted into like the beta program. I'm gonna have to opt out of that or something. Okay. What do you guys want to do? Anybody in particular want to do anything?
Just by way of a description for myself, I'm actually about the same height as Grymm, but I'm leaner, not nearly as broad. It appears. I look more. I have more of my human ancestry than elven. So, but other than that, I'm kind of nondescript, just average, brown hair, brown eyes. That's about it.
And by the way, Grim, you've got a couple strange looks in town, but nothing major. There's nobody like spitting in your direction or anything. But
And that's good because I'd have to spit back. And I'm sure my breath is worse than theirs.
all right, so I mean, time is just passing by. Anybody want to do anything?
I'm just gonna remain next to the river until the time I know I need.
Okay. Time passes by. You guys notice that it's about time to start heading up to the keep, and you start strolling up that way. And Mathis and Grim, you kind of notice that you're heading in the same direction. You do see Richter. You do see another fellow like streaming across this stream, headed towards the keep in that direction. Um, about 5 minutes pass, and you meet up outside the gate. And gentlemen, you see a large wagon outside, and it's on top is a halfling, and it's a female halfling, and she's dressed in leather. She has red hair, and it's in like a little top knot. Um, the gate of the keep is down, and a fatter gentleman comes out the door and approaches the halfling and says, "Are those adventurers here yet?" And she says, "Nah, but I do see some coming up the hill here." So she turns and greets you guys and says, "Are you the adventurers that I hired?"
I believe we are.
Very well then. I'll give you half now, and then half once we reach um, Neverwinter. There have been a lot of bandits here and there on the road, so we gotta keep a close eye out. Now, is there anything you guys need before you leave town? It's going to be a long journey. We could be gone for, it's estimated that we're going to be gone for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks till we hit Neverwinter.
I believe I have everything I need. I'll look around to the other guys and to, ask them.
And anybody that hasn't described themselves can go ahead and describe themselves. Mathis and, or not, I'm sorry, Mathis, Richter or Roland.
Yeah, Roland is tall. He's about 6'1". Hair is auburn colored, and he wears a closely trimmed. Wears his hair pretty short.
Okay.
Almost constantly wearing a dark hood that sort of conceals his, and also the pale celestial glow of. Like he addresses everybody, but he looks like he doesn't like it when his heritage is
Okay.
thought too much of. So
All right. Richter.
might be back in a minute.
All right. And by the way, that was a Temple of Helm. Richter, are you there? All right, so she motions for you guys to walk along with the wagon, or you could ride on there. There's enough room for all of you if you want to ride, or you could walk along. And
I think Richter went to brush his teeth.
oh, I see it there now. Okay. And you guys start heading out of town. First day goes by, nothing really happens, and you guys camp on the side of the road and start a fire and wake up the next morning. Y'all, the halfling cooked dinner for you guys, provided you with some of her rations. She said she wouldn't provide the whole rations for the whole trip, but this time was a special occasion, trying to keep good spirits around the camp and everything. And so you guys travel on for the next day. Let's see, how are you guys positioned around the wagon?
Is it just a single wagon?
Yes, 2 horses.
I'll be walking like behind the wagon, sort of as like a.
It's a covered wagon. There's room. There's like a little bit of room that you can sit on the back and be on the outside. Up by the reins is going to be the halfling, so there's room for about 2 more people up there if you need to, or you could walk along. It's going slow. It's going at a slow pace.
Well,
I'd like.
probably go ahead.
I'd like to be up in it so I can have a good view around.
Well, who's kind of in the lead? Is anybody in the lead or in the rein area?
Grimm's got one big.
What was that?
Grimm's going to want to be on foot, so he'll be probably taking a lead position.
Everybody still got that map up?
Yeah.
The wagon right here is that green square.
Okay.
And it's headed in that direction, so you guys can put your tokens wherever you're at on that. And for Richter, I'll put him on the wagon. So, Grymm. You kind of see some movement. The trees start to narrow a little bit, and there's a turn about the road, and you kind of see some movement in the trees before that turn starts. It's turning to the left. The trees are kind of thick, and they're not really showing you what's on the other side of that turn. But in the trees here, let me show you. So the road turns like this with the arrow. And it's kind of blocking your sight from the left, but you do see some movement over here. And the trees that are over here. Holds his hands up to slow and hold.
Is this are you just using this as a representation, or is the wagon actually like there in the town?
No, don't worry about the town map.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on.
Yeah, we're just rolling right over the. I told you we're giants.
Well, with your passive perception, you kind of see somebody trying to hide in those woods over there. You raise your hand and halt the cart. The halfling yanks on the reins, and the cart comes to a stop. Everybody looks at your attention.
Go ahead, and when the cart stops, I'll walk around from the back of it to see.
Grymm will move up so he has a better vantage point and see if he can make out what's moving.
I'll make sure I have my bow at the ready.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch maps right here real quick. Let me add a grid to it. Grid's already on. Let me add you guys to it and then share it. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've done this. I have to add you from the combat tracker, so
Well, you gotta get us on the combat tracker first.
and by the way, how do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do anything about flanking? How do you guys want to rule that?
I'm cool with whatever.
Same here. Works against us, works with us, both ways, so.
You can close that other map if you like. So, just behind you there is the cart. Do you see that square or a circle?
Yeah.
That's where you heard the noise from, Grymm.
All right.
What I was looking for the map when you said what you wanted to do. So, you're able to do that, yeah.
Move closer and see if I can tell what it is, of course, with my bow in hand.
And you rolled a 15 perception. You see a humanoid, a human, or a humanoid. You're not sure what it is yet. Trying to hide amongst the trees over there. He's shaking so bad that you notice that the leaves in the bush that he's next to are shaking. That's how you noticed him over there. But you do see like an outline of a head and shoulders, and it looks like he's holding something.
You there, come out.
All right, 1 second. How do you? They switched it up, so how do you make an encounter again? It's okay.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. You guys want to fill him in on what's going on while I make this encounter?
You died.
Excellent. Best story ever. Reroll character time.
Yeah, no, we just got on the caravan, got outside of town, walking along.
I'll go ahead
Go
and
ahead.
give you guys this thing for me.
Oh, I forgot to do it while you was gone. Go ahead and describe what your character looked like, Richter, because you met up at the keep and you're already on the trail right now. But
He's a high elf. He has pointy ears, blonde white hair, long per the picture. He wears a robe of I don't know the colors. It'd be kind of like golden yellows and yeah. He's kind of dour looking, frowns, sniffs a lot, dismissive. Doesn't talk to people.
okay, so he's very quiet on the way here.
Yes.
All right, making sure that's all good. So you call out to the bush. What did you call out? So he calls out into the bush saying, "Reveal yourself." And you feel an arrow come flying at you, Grymm, from the south.
Well, that's not good.
And it plunges
And
right
that's not
into your
good.
shoulder.
Oh.
Dylan, it just barely scrapes your skin. And you notice down here in the bush is where the arrow came from. So you guys can go ahead and roll initiative.
Well, that sucked.
The arrow came from this direction. You notice, Mathis, as it's your turn. Well, Richter, you there? Roll initiative. You there, Richter?
So,
Go ahead with your turn, Mathis.
yeah, can I make out anybody through the trees?
Give me a perception roll. Yeah, you could see exactly where the exact location that it came from. You can see a shadowy figure in between the tree trunks.
I'll let loose with an arrow.
Okay, let's see. He has cover, so you have disadvantage. I'll go ahead and reveal him so you can target him.
Initiative.
How do you do masking again? I forgot. Where's it at?
How do you do what?
There we go.
Oh, did I do that? As far as targeting, I don't think I actually targeted him, did I?
12. Let me see if it hit. That would hit. Now you could drop the damage dice and attack rolls on top of that token, or you can shift left click and it will target him.
Isn't it control?
Yeah, I'm sorry, control.
Oh, but I think that added the. Does that add in a sneak attack for some
Sneak
reason?
attack.
From the I still had it triggered from before.
Tell you what, I'll give you that if you give me a sneak skill check. With a 15 sneak, I'll let you have that extra damage. But next time, try to declare that you're sneaking.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. So you would go to your skills tab, and then go down to where stealth is, and double click the +6. There you go. Yep, you get to keep that damage.
Okay, roger.
Did it actually drop on him?
Did not. You didn't have him targeted at the time.
Oh, so yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do your turn?
Let me. There was still movement off to the west as well, right?
You saw the half-orc go up towards the left, top left there of the road. He was calling out to somebody to show themselves. So you think something is over that way?
I'm gonna try. Is there anywhere to kind of get some cover? Are there any trees nearby?
Yeah, this green right here is pretty much real thick tree line.
Okay, I'm gonna take a step into the tree line just to get some cover.
Okay. And then hit the intern on the combat tracker whenever you're done.
Where's the intern? I'm sorry.
You hit it.
Okay.
Grymm, you notice that this figure that's in the bushes over here, he comes out and he drops his crossbow and puts his hands on his head and starts walking towards you. And he gets there and he says,
Just kidding.
he says, "Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me." And
Why do you shoot at us?
that'll be the end of his turn.
Does that make it my turn?
There's hidden characters.
Okay, it just highlighted me for a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I had it on there where it wouldn't skip them, but you notice something else is moving into his exact spot, Grymm, from your passive perception. And you see a dagger coming your way. It flicks through the trees, and you see leaves drop as it cuts it down. That's going to be a hit. That was going to sink deep into your forearm. All right, and when he attacks, you notice that he's over there. All right, Richter.
Of course we'd be ambushed. Would I expect anything else from this world, this life? Oh, why is it always me? I'm gonna take a couple steps up and look at a good old surrendered bandit, and let me double check something real quick.
Okay.
Are we doing what is it? What is the word? Advantage? Flanking?
That's up to you guys. What do y'all want to decide?
Does anybody have any strong opinions?
I haven't used those rules, so I'll leave it. I don't really have an opinion.
Flanking.
So
Sure.
if you're 80 degrees behind the character, you get advantage on your attack. Right?
Yes.
But they also get advantage on their attacks against you too.
If you would be so foolish as to charge out into a room all by yourself. Shenanigans. So I'm gonna target the bandit captain out there who's already had his turn.
All right, he's got a little bit of cover now.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to charm him.
Okay.
I'm sure he will succeed spectacularly.
And you only have to just see him to do that, right?
That is correct. Should
Alright,
be
go
line of
ahead.
sight. See within range. It's 30 feet. Yep. I just rolled the save for him. Should be targeted.
Failure.
Excellent. He's mine. I have a minion.
Tell him to go drown in the river.
And I'm gonna let's see. You attempt to charm. He makes a wisdom save. Oh, he gets an advantage since they're fighting us. So I'll roll one more save for him.
That's another failure.
Yes. He regards me as a friendly acquaintance, and so he'll stop attacking me
Okay.
in less than an hour.
Oh, you slayed this guy. He's not even going to get a turn. Huh. All right, Roland.
All right.
Now, if we're going to play with flanking, you got to use the yellow arrows around your character. You got to that yellow arrow represents which way you're facing, and you just move it with your roll button on your mouse while it's hovering
Gonna
over.
go ahead and brandish my greatsword and 30 feet up.
Hang on one
Anybody
second
else?
before you do.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna move to where my icon is now. Buddy,
Let's see
like
if
off
this-
in the
You can see a little bit more there.
All right, I will go ahead and
You see something on the road through the trees there. It looks like a turn on its side wagon. Looks like it's blocking the road.
I'm gonna go ahead and call back to my companions to say the road is blocked. There's a destroyed caravan up ahead on the road.
Okay, let's see. I need to do one more thing before you do that. Are you moving back?
No, I'm gonna stay here and sort of like.
Okay. All right, Grymm.
Son of a bitch.
The bandit in front of you has got his hands up in the air. The other one behind him that just came out. Uh-oh. That's
Oh,
not good.
you attacked the charm guy.
He gets
Hey, don't attack my minion.
Does
He's
he
a
have to make
perfectly
a
good bandit.
he don't have to make a save or anything to see if that disrupts him?
No,
It's,
as soon as he takes damage.
It might be damage from me. Let me check.
Hey, I don't
He's
know.
only friendly to
he's
me.
charmed. I don't know he's charmed.
I did. I announced I have a minion.
Which one? They all don't. None of them have glowing things around their heads.
You or your companions do anything harmful to it. I did a spell. I said I have a minion, and then you. Oh, that's it.
Besides, he hurt me.
He did not.
He did. He
That
threw a
little
dagger
tiny
into his arm.
dagger. Oh.
Arrgh.
You said he does not?
No, he's broke the charm.
Okay. Okay. Just as you were passing by there, Roland, you were unable to detect it, but you hear some movement coming from behind you.
Okay.
and you could have swore you looked there, but you didn't see nothing. And
Look out.
you feel like something try to slice you from behind, because in your your perception, line of sight or whatever, you can see like a blade coming from behind you, and it misses you, unfortunately.
I think you used the wrong word. Fortunately.
Yeah.
I think.
He'll get advantage for surprise, wouldn't he? I mean,
The mob?
yeah.
Yeah, I should have remembered it. It's on Mathis.
Oh, okay. It's not on Grymm. Next time, Grymm.
I'm gonna take another shot at that same bandit that I shot at before.
9 down there? He's
No,
down.
You killed him.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
let me
okay.
take him off.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
Yeah, you one-shot at him, man.
Arrow through the neck.
I'm gonna take aim at Bandit 5 and shoot him. Since he's within 5 feet of Roland, that's a sneak attack, right?
Yes. Plus you get well, I'm gonna say you get a normal attack, because there is trees right here. All this green right here is trees. So instead of having him having cover, it's gonna counter your disadvantage and advantage out. So just roll a normal attack.
I see. Okay.
The sneak attack will apply because he's got an ally within 5 feet, and the cover will only increase the give him a -1 to his or -2 or whatever to his roll.
Okay. You want to do that?
Sure. Yeah,
All right.
that's it.
All right. Just go ahead and roll with advantage, and then we'll take a -1 off whatever you roll.
Well, he won't get advantage because he's not actually flanking the guy. He'll just get the sneak attack damage if he successfully hits him.
Yeah,
with
but
a
you're saying the cover
-2
gives me a
because of
-2.
cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Another one down.
You're welcome.
All right. Number 5 goes down. Anything else, Mathis?
Yeah. I'm just gonna step out into the road a little more just to see if I could see down to the southwest, see if there's anything else.
Okay. Or were you moving down to the southwest?
I was just gonna take like a step just so I can get past the trees, just to look down that road there.
Okay. You see nothing else down there.
Raj, I'm done.
Bandit number 2, he had dropped his scimitar out back there, but he's gonna try to grapple you. He's pretty stupid, but he's gonna try to grapple you, Grymm. So whatever you want to try to counter it with, acrobatics or athletics. Grymm, are you there?
Say what?
He's gonna try to grapple you. He's being pretty stupid. He thinks he can. He's a little bit too big for his size. So, give me either athletics or acrobatics check to try to get out his grapple. Okay. He tries to grapple you, and you use the strength of your arms and just push him out the way. Okay. He reaches down and picks up his scimitar and starts coming for Roland right there. And he's gonna make one attack against you. And he swings at you and cuts you pretty deep in your arm. All right, Richter.
All right, I'm gonna take 2 steps forward. And these guys are wearing like leather armor, right?
They appear to be, yes.
I'll do a shocking grasp with advantage on this bandit. And he has no reaction now because it's shocking grasp. And I will walk away from him, mumbling about useless half-orcs with the intelligence of a vegetable. And why is he on this path with me? Why can't I just be alone? And whoa, why does he keep following me?
By the way, if there's anything about your background you want to tell me about Richter, you can private message me it.
Sure.
All right, as the
I think he has visited.
bandit captain's card digs into my arm, I'm gonna kind of smile and pull my hood back and grip my both hands.
Okay.
Nice big old baseball bat swing at him.
Nice.
Nice. Cool down, and you cut him pretty well. Anything else you want to do? He seems to scream as your greatsword goes through his flesh.
Nope, I'm just gonna kind of like stay right there up in his trail, so to speak.
Okay.
And Grymm is a half-orc, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he appears to be.
As far as you can tell.
Right. He looks like a half-orc.
I'm just gonna make a quick assessment here between the 2 remaining bandits and my 2 allies. Does one look in more trouble than the other?
Ally or the bandits?
Does my allies, Grymm or Roland, do they look,
They
like they're
look
handling
about the
themselves?
same. They look. They've been hit a couple times, but they look like they're handling themselves. Yes.
Can I
Unless
just?
unless you guys want to tell differ for your character.
No.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna do a ready action, and wait to the end of the round.
Okay. What's your ready? Just ready in action to what's the trigger?
To shoot if either of the 2 bandits do damage to one of the 2 allies. I want to take a shot at that particular bandit.
Okay.
And I'll just wait for that.
Bandit number 2, he's going to pull out a dagger from his boot and try to stab you in the rib cage with it. Grymm, as he tries to balance himself from you pushing him over. I'm going to use his dagger, hang on, and subtract 2 from it. So that would have been you got an 18, so no, that would have been a miss as it gleams off your scale mail.
Yay.
Bandit Captain. This time he's got a little bit more turn from picking up his weapon last time. He's gonna try to attack you. Let's see, hang on. Oh, that's not fair. He's gonna try to attack you with his dagger, and it's gonna hit.
Okay.
He's gonna do something stupid, so he's gonna turn around and pick up his scimitar, and so he's facing away from you right now. All right, Richter.
I will go ahead and repeat the last action I did, and this time on the captain.
All right.
You could have been my minion. You could have stayed with me, and I would have taken care of you, and we would have been friends. But no, you had to be like all the others.
You talking to him or Grymm?
The captain. And I will miss. And be sad.
Wait a minute. I forgot about your. Did the bandit captain do damage?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Roland or
Oh.
Mathis.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack for that. So you get
Miss.
All right. All right, Roland.
You get advantage too, by the way, Roland.
All right, go ahead and roll again.
Oh, I just
I
rolled
crits.
2d20. There you go.
Well, Mathis
Wow.
would have had an advantage, right?
No,
Right.
Mathis wouldn't have had
Roland,
advantage. He would have had
okay.
sneak.
All right, now I think what is it? Hold shift down when you hit your damage.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Since you didn't target him. Nice. You can take a big chunk out of him with your greatsword. You completely cut off his left hand. The same hand that he picked up the scimitar with.
Gonna let out like a nice
Blood,
primal battle exaltation.
blood
I
squirting
lap this in.
everywhere. All right, Roland. Anything else?
Deciding.
So yeah, actually, my initiative should drop down, right? Down to
Yeah,
after
you
the
should be
bandit
at the.
after the bandit captain, I believe.
That doesn't exist anymore. You don't change your initiative scores anymore. When you declared a condition, and then you got a single action, so you did that correctly. You stay at your same initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to give up your movement, or you give up your attack, and you can't do a full attack if you do that. If you do the hold action, but there's no longer the initiative changing hold action. It's a conditional response.
I got you. All right. Thanks.
No problem.
I will take another shot at the band captain.
Okay. And it hits.
There you go.
All right. And that lands right into his thigh. Did you want to move anymore? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, sorry about that.
He had a dagger on him, and then he pulled out from his boot. I was using from the bandit captain here. He's going to try again, Grymm, with a -2 to that, and it still would miss. He seems to be fed up and cursed that he can't hit anything. He starts cursing at himself, and he runs off. You got a ranged weapon, right?
Yep.
You don't get opportunity attack from a ranged weapon, do you?
I think you would actually. It just says you get an attack. I don't think it says melee specifically. You would no longer have disadvantage for attacking somebody in melee with you, because they're no longer in melee. So.
Take a shot if you want.
Oh.
He seems to be praying to his god as he's running away. Bandit Captain number 1, he's giving it up. He drops his other weapon out of his other hand, and he puts his good hand up into the air. The other hand is just limp there with blood just draining out of it. He says, I give up. I give up. Please don't kill me.
I'm sorry, I missed. Say the bandit captains.
He's given up. I guess if you want to keep turn order or Richter, although there's really no combat, if you want to roll to attack and kill him, you can.
Oh, no, there's somebody running away. I have to stop that from happening.
Okay, take your turn then.
I'm gonna magic missile.
Okay. And he drops.
And
He does like a front flip on the ground.
does that mean I get to use the last one on good old bandit captain?
You can.
And I will say, well, you see, you have raised your sword to me as expected, and, well, as you should expect, there is nothing to be gained from this but an untimely demise. Next life, you should make better decisions, but you won't because you are a moron.
And then you hold your hand up to his face, and your last magic missile comes out.
Yes.
Grymm walks over and reaches his dagger.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and
Go ahead.
Forcibly, of course.
yeah, no, I'm just gonna say that as he's kind of shunted forward from the force of the magic,
Mm-hmm.
horizontally, just bring my greatsword across, right for his neck.
Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and say you decapitated him.
And as his head just kind of lops off and rolls across the forest floor there.
I catch it in the air. And I
Yeah,
say, "You could have been my friend."
sort of put my put my heel into his chest and push the rest of the body onto the ground. Be like, that's not how this works.
All right.
It's a good thing we didn't have any questions.
True. But this, to be honest, this is just like a beginner fight, so everybody can see what everybody can do. All right, so let me get you some. Oh, we're not doing XP. Let me see if they had any loot. Are you guys searching? I assume, and trying to move the cart out the way.
Yeah, I'll just immediately go to work trying to cart out of the road. I'm not concerned.
I'm going to recover a couple of my arrows if I can.
Okay. You can recover half of whatever you spent on your arrows.
Oh, okay. I'll get 2 back then.
Is there a long sword or a long bow available in their equipment?
They had. There's some daggers. There are some scimitars. And some light crossbows. Of course, the leather armor. And the bandit captain had a nicely armored studded leather on. Had some nice engravings on it.
I will disrobe the poor bandit captain
Okay.
and say, "Where will I ever find somebody willing to wash this off? Or a merchant that will take it as is? I'm sure it's just going to smell awful in my bag." I'll look at the at Grymm and say, "This is your fault. You carry it. You won't mind the smell. I'm sure you won't notice."
Grymm pushes him back into the water.
Richter, do you let him do that, or are you gonna try to counter that, Richter, or are you?
No, I'll take the fall and I'll say, as I lay in the water, I'll say, can't expect anything more from those beasts. At least he'll be a beast of burden. I just have to wait for him to not look and sneak it into his pack.
I assume you heard that. How loud did you say that?
Loud enough so he can hear.
Okay, okay.
I know that with his
Because I saw him walk off.
limited intellect, that there's no way he could remember it more than 2 minutes later.
All right. So Roland, he's down there by the wagon.
Yeah.
Let me review
So-
a little bit for you.
After I get my arrows, I'll start to head towards Roland to help him move the cart.
Okay.
Unless it looks like these two are going to keep going at it. I call over, are you guys done?
He's fine.
Done? I do not understand what you're asking. I have looted the corpse, yes.
I just shake my head and head towards Roland.
Okay. You know, it's just a blockade. There's really no goods or anything here. But if you're wanting to try to move it, go ahead and give me a athletics strength check, or just a strength check. Sorry. All right. After a little while, you guys are able to move it, and you pick up all the pieces, make sure the horses don't trip on none of the wood that's laying in the road, and you get back on to. What do you guys want to do now? Anything in particular?
Gonna go ahead and sit on the wagon and rest the wounds.
Okay. She kind of the halfling kind of notices that there's no danger anymore, so she kind of moves the wagon up towards you guys as you're pulling that other wagon out the way.
Where was the halfling during this? Just hiding out in the wagon?
Yeah, she was guarding. She said she was going to guard the horses.
Roger.
And keep them calm and everything, you know. So it's about 6 p.m.
Should we press on or should we make camp?
The halfling chimes up. She says, "We should definitely make camp. We're still about 10 more days out from Neverwinter."
We're just a hired help. It's her decision.
And with this battle, we could definitely use the extra rest.
So I guess we'll start to break down the wagons and make camp.
But she chimes up. She says, "But maybe we should head down the road a little bit. There seems to be thieves and bandits in these woods. Maybe we should travel for another hour or two and then make camp."
So are we still in this general area, or did we move on?
Yeah, you haven't left yet.
But I want to go ahead and take part of this broken down cart or whatever, and see if I can fashion some spike. And I want to take the dead bandit captain's body and hike it up along the road.
So you're gonna you broke up a little bit, but I made it out. You want to make a spike and hang the bandit's captain up near the road. Okay. It takes you about 30-45 minutes to do that with help. Well, wait, no. It'd take you about 20 minutes. You still want to do that?
Yeah. I mean, as long as we're not pressing to move on.
Okay. You're able to do that, and you guys jump into the wagon. I assume you guys want to head off for another 2 hours, or you want to camp here?
Next to the bodies?
I think we should move on for a couple hours.
Yeah, let me get that for you. You want to move on?
Yeah, I would say so. Unless you guys think otherwise.
Nope,
No,
I'll go
we
ahead and
should
agree
move
with that.
on. The bodies will decay soon.
All right. Who searched the bodies? Do you want me to share this fairly, or do you want whoever looked in the pockets to find what they find? I'll just share it. I'll share it fairly.
Yep, there's no rogues. Except for that Mathis guy, maybe.
Hey, you don't have to be a rogue to be frugal or rogue.
I like your style. I agree.
I have always thought the person that sees it decides whether or not everyone else sees it. And then everyone else decides whether or not to kick their ass.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, especially early on, and we don't know each other.
I wonder why it's not.
Because we can always go in the inventory sheet and see who has what.
I can't figure out how to distribute it. I got the coins in there, and then it hit distribute, assign. Oh, I gotta add you to this list. Hang on. There we go. You find 12 copper pieces and 3 silver pieces between that split up amongst you guys. So we're gonna go down the road a little bit and then make camp, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
All right. You guys head off and find a good spot to make camp. It's just about it's almost pitch black dark right now. The campfire warms you and glows in the night, and you guys fall asleep.
I'll go ahead and volunteer to take.
Okay.
Yeah, should we? We're splitting up the watches and.
Okay. Now, if everybody, I know some of you guys already know, but if you click on the little icon at the very top left where the combat tracker is, it has the eye, and it has like 3 people up there. If you click that, and that'll bring up the party sheet. If you click on order, that'll show you which order if you type in right where that 0 is, that's the order of watch for the night.
I don't think we can edit that.
Yeah,
All right,
it doesn't look like.
Who wanted first watch?
Me, Roland.
Okay. Anybody for second?
Richter's happy to take the second watch. He's got dark vision and he does the little trance thing.
Okay. Third?
I'll take third. Mathis.
Okay. Would you like a watch, Grymm?
Sure, why not?
All right.
And that way I can kill them all in their sleep and just move on.